Manchester City 4, Wolves 1. Now, just before I get into the nuts and the bolts of the game, uh, those of you who follow me on Twitter and have followed me on here for the last couple of days will know that I've had a lot of problems with the electricity in the house, and that tonight at 7 o'clock the electricity started to turn up, so I haven't been able to watch the game in the detail that I'd like to. I saw two goals on the television at the end of the game with things back to normal, but I think I got the basic gist of the game, and it's the same old story. Very far too respectful of Manchester City. Yes, they're a fantastic team, and yes, on another day that game plan works and we get a point from the game, or maybe better, but it does feel really negative and really embarrassing and a bit pathetic in a way. First half, when you just let City have so much possession and rely on our very, very leaky defence, and credit to Patricio. I'm trying to find the positives as much as I can in that performance, but Rui Patricio again proved himself as a fantastic goalkeeper. The amount of saves that he has to make through a game, I think, to concede 4 goals is really, really harsh on him tonight, because without him, it could have easily been 10. I think our defence at the moment is so shoddy, all over the place. We've been let off the hook in the last couple of weeks a lot because we've played some poor opposition. We've played some opposition that are really low on confidence. And we were finally put to the sword tonight by a very clinical Manchester City team, because in the first half, they didn't really create that many chances. There was the chance from Sterling, where there was that amazing pass that very early on that Sterling had and Patricio saved. The goal itself, there's not a lot that Dendoncker can do, but it's the same story again. A little bit of space out wide. This time it's down the left-hand side. Johnny gets drawn in just a couple of inches, and then an easy ball comes across. Dendoncker has to get it, because then, Sterling's going to tap it in. But we don't create anything that first half at all. It's just when we don't have any sort of ambition or any sort of cohesion between any parts of the field. But then clearly we can do that, because then in the second half of the game, we were creating things. We were going forward a lot more, and we did make chances. Not granted, the goal came from a free kick, and who would have thought Connor Cody scoring tonight? But at that point in the game, Wolves were in the ascendancy, and it did seem as if Wolves were going to stop this amazing winning streak that City have had, because we were on top, we were making chances, we weren't shy. Even at 1-1, we weren't settled at that. We had a couple of chances from that point onwards as well. Again, I don't want to point the finger at Traore. I think he probably had the best 2 chances that I can remember. One was a very good block from the Manchester City defender, and the second one he thrashed over the bar with a little bit more composure. He might have had a better chance on target, but he was our main outlet in that second half. There's a good couple of times when he had a run on defender, and he's getting better, but he's still not really contributing anything at all. And then the capitulation in the last 10 minutes, to concede 3 goals like that is so disappointing. The hard work that they've done for 80 minutes to just completely blow it away, it was so disappointing. Just the calamitous nature of all the goals as well. I've got to be honest, I didn't actually see the second goal, but the third and the fourth goal, Otasowie, all right, you can say he's just come onto the pitch, he's very young as well. I think Otasowie may be to blame in part for both of the final 2 goals. You can't pause on the ball against Manchester City. The Wolves players had sort of got into the rhythm of the game. I think it was a really bad decision to bring on Otasowie. I thought it at the time. We've been saying that he needs minutes. But at that point in the game, with still 5-10 minutes to go, or whatever it was at that point, there's still a chance that we could have got a point from it if we'd have made sure that we kept it to 2 that we conceded. And Otasowie just paused for a second, snapped off him. But then again, Dendonker's in the wrong place, Samido's doesn't do the right thing, and then it falls at the feet of Jesus, and the rest is. I can't remember if Jesus scored the third goal, but anyway, and then the fourth goal again. Says who he's trying to pass to. I think it was Otasawi, but Otasawi had already made his run, so it ended up that just passed straight to the Man City midfield. It was just complete calamity. Again, Patricio pulling off a save, but then what can he do? The rest of the defence is standing still watching it, and that was the main thing that I noticed today, was that Manchester City never ever stop moving. Whether they're in possession or they're out of possession, they carry on moving. They're making space, they're putting pressure on, they're extremely fit. We stand still so much, and I don't know whether that's because we're not fit enough or we're not good enough or they're not clever enough, but there's something, that's the difference. We all want Wolves to be a top team, and we've got to move on from these players as much as they've given the club and as much of that we love them and all that sort of stuff. We can't have that sentimentality, and Fosun won't have that sentimentality. The story about Max Kilman may get sold in the summer because of his value being quite high at the minute, and is he going to contribute that much going forward? Is he going to be able to push us to the top 4 or top 6 and then top 4? No. So you could probably ask the same question then about Cody and Saïss and Dendoncker. Are they good enough to take us to the top 6 or top 4? No. They need to be replaced, and they need to be replaced with an engine room that's going to keep on running, keep on moving the ball, keep on putting pressure on opposition, and that's the difference. We've known that for a long time. Fosun will know that now as well. Nuno will know that, and unfortunately this is sort of the end of this era of Wolves team, where we will start to see some of these players dropping off. But we will see much, much better players coming in. It's going to take a lot of investment and a couple of years, I think, of patience as well as fans to oversee this period. But really disappointing in the result, in the scoreline. I think it doesn't reflect fairly on. Well, actually, it's the scoreline that we deserve. Put it that way. It's not the score. We really restricted City to chances in the first half. We had our brief spell of 15-20 minutes in the second half where we were great, and then we just completely blew it all away in the last 10 minutes. But got to improve, got to get better, and the only way of doing that in the future is with better players. Let me know your thoughts down there. Bye.